everyone, my name is Katie Carson. I am the Duchess of Suds here at Royalty Soaps. Today is a very special video that I am so excited to do. Once a month, I try to create a soap design sent to me by one of you guys, one of the members of the royal court. This little mini series is called Turning Your Designs into Soap, and I have a goal that by the end of the year, I will have done 12 fan designs. So for this month, my birthday month, I had to weed through all of the designs that you guys have sent in. There's so many fabulous ones, but I picked this one actually a couple of months ago because it really resonated with me. The design was sent in by Brandy, and it has a very precious meaning to her because she picked a sea turtle to commemorate the life of someone very close to her who passed away 12 years ago. In honor of Brandy's family member, a portion of the proceeds from every bar sold will go to sea turtle conservation efforts. I'll talk a little bit more about the charity that I picked for Royalty Soaps to support a little later on in the video, but for now, let me show you Brandy's design. So here's the sea turtle soap, or at least part of it. She has the 4 different blue greens that she'd like to include. Drop swirl in the pot swirl. She said she wasn't picky. She wanted sort of a light brown or white top, and then here is the swirly soap middle. She also said in the little letter that she sent me that I could amend any design and sort of spice it up a little if I wanted to. I didn't do much of that for this soap because the design is so good on its own, but I did add a few little seashells and a few extra little sparkly bits on top that I think she's really gonna like. So without further ado, let's make some Save the Sea Turtle soap. We begin today by pouring our lye water solution into our oils. Actually, I'm gonna come over here and pour it down the side of the container. And then using our whisk, we're going to begin to mix it up. I have really enjoyed doing this month. Y'all will probably see me doing it a lot in the future. I'm gonna stick blend for a couple of seconds, and then I'm gonna mix by hand some more. All right, and this is right about where I want it. I split my batch off into 4 equal portions, and now we're gonna color them with 4 really gorgeous blues. The first one I have here is Blue Tide Mica. This is from Mad Micas. It's a truly gorgeous blue. If you mix it with a little bitty bit of white, it is a perfect Tiffany blue. Next, we have some Brilliant Blue. This is from Nurture. It is like the perfect primary blue. Then we have some Tahitian Teal. This is from Mad Micas, and this is kind of a blue-green color, definitely more of an aqua. And finally, we have Baby Blue. This is from Nurture Soap, and it is exactly what it says it is. It is baby blue, which is really nice because most of the time you have to mix a blue with titanium dioxide to kind of make it light, but this one is kind of like the perfect light blue all to begin with without any whitener. Because the colors have been dispersed in oil and because I don't want to accelerate this soap, I'm just going to blend it in using my whisk. I don't have any titanium dioxide in this one, so it doesn't really matter that I'm not using the blender. The color isn't gonna disperse anymore. In other words, if I've decided to use a stick blender, it's gonna disperse just as much by using this whisk. With oxides, it's a little different. You basically have to stick blend if you use an oxide. The fragrance oil I am using today is Pink Sands. This is a Fragrance Buddy fragrance oil. It does accelerate your batter, so keep that in mind when planning your design, but it is an absolutely stunning fragrance. It smells so nice. It smells like a Bath & Body Works scent. This fragrance oil doesn't rice at all, so I'm going to go ahead and blend it in by hand about 10 seconds or so in each of the containers. And then, starting with the baby blue, I'm gonna pour some into this container in the middle. This is the same one we mixed everything up in. I'm gonna go to the Brilliant Blue next. Then we're gonna do Blue Tide, do some Tahitian Teal. We're gonna do that once more. I'm not gonna concern myself with scraping any of the containers because, like I said, this does accelerate trace, so I wanna go ahead and get it all in as fast as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna scrape this one just a little. All right, so now let's pour it into our 2 Brambleberry molds after this quick commercial break. This initial pour is going to be, well, relatively uneventful because it's just pouring and in the pot swirl. That's always, you know, a little bit boring in my opinion. But the piping for this soap and the embeds are really, really cool. And I think the swirl is absolutely perfect because it's supposed to look kind of like the ocean. I didn't go for a very distinct swirl on this one. Ah, yes. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna push this off to the side and we are now going to mix up the very sandy soap frosting. I have my frosting bag filled to the brim, to the absolute brim. I should never fill it up this much. I can barely even twist the top. But we're piping with a round tip today because I kind of wanted to emulate sand dunes. We got some apricot seed powder in here. It's made with 24 karat gold mica, and it really does create like the perfect sandy appearance. So I want to talk a little bit more about the Sea Turtle Conservancy. If you want to read even more about it on their website, they have so much more information than I will be able to share in this video. You can head over to conserveturtles.org. So STC was founded by Archie Carr in 1959, making it the oldest sea turtle conservancy 501c3 in the world. And then in 1989, the Archie Carr National Wildlife Refuge was established by Congress to protect sea turtles now threatened with extinction around the world. So this organization has been working since before most of us were even born to conserve sea turtles. So besides providing protection for the sea turtle nest, some of the other ways that this 501c3 tries to help sea turtles is by number one, cracking down on international trade of sea turtles and their products by enforcing laws and agreements worldwide. They aim to decrease the turtle deaths caused by fishing. They try to eliminate disturbances of the nesting beaches, so like any artificial lights, halting beach armoring, and basically just kind of limiting the impact of people on the beach. They also work to educate the public with programs. So basically they're just doing an enormous amount of work for sea turtles. It is such a feat, and I'm really glad that Royalty Soaps gets to support them this month on Brandy's behalf. So now that all the piping of the sand is on, we're gonna add a little bit of Sparkle Sunshine. This is a fairy duster from Mad Micas. This is just gonna add a little bitty bit of glitz and glam to the top of this soap. Not a whole bunch, just a little bit of sparkle. Then with a little bit of Blue Tide mica mixed with oils, I'm gonna sprinkle it on top of the bars, just like this. Kind of look like some of the ocean is splashing up on the beach. And to help tie the blues into the top of the soap because all of the embeds don't have any blue in them. After doing the initial bit of covering here with this blue mica, I'm going down on the sides to make sure that each bar has some. And then I'm also gonna add a little teeny tiny bit of plastic-free biodegradable glitter. Just a teeny tiny bit, not a whole bunch. I'm using 1/16 of a teaspoon to do the sprinkling, and I'm not gonna do more than 1/16 per loaf. And now it is time to add the sea turtle embeds. So these are made with Melt and Pour soap, a little bit of Aztec Gold mica in white Melt and Pour, and then they're covered in 3 different shades of green mica. Sea turtles are actually, it's kind of hard to nail their coloring because they have beautiful spots, kind of like leopard spots on their arms and their head, and then their shell is sort of a different color, and there's lots of greens and browns, and so this is the best job we could do emulating their just amazing coloration. Had to kind of mess around a little there and see how I actually wanted to put these in. I really wanted it to be easy to tell that it's a sea turtle and not any other type of turtle, so you kind of got to get the little feet here out at the front. So this soap sort of ties in with my 25th birthday for multiple reasons. I'm one of those people who has obsessions throughout their life. You will see that in Kenny's videos this month. You'll kind of hear about it in my videos. I went through different phases growing up and all through teenagerdom, and even sometimes sort of now as an adult too. I just get really interested in something and I research a lot about it and just fantasize about getting to do it or whatever. And so when I was about 12 to 13, surfing, Hawaii, and all things ocean that was my obsession. I wanted to live in so that's unfortunate. I don't know when my camera stopped filming. Kenny and I are getting a new camera, you guys, because this one just gives us so much trouble whenever we're trying to film. So these are the seashell embeds. Some of them have a purple sort of red tone. Some of them have a little bit of brown and gold. And we're going to have 2 on every single bar. So yeah, in case it got cut out, I was just saying that I'm always trying to find my way back to the ocean. That's been very consistent throughout my life. I love going to the beach. Anytime we like plan a trip or something, I am trying to figure out how to get to the water. And with sea turtles, in my opinion, being some of the most majestic creatures in the ocean, that's how it all kind of ties into my birthday month. So this is gonna take me a very, very long time. Anytime I have little tiny embeds, it's always a very tedious job. So I'm just gonna bring you guys back once they're all in and I've spritzed it with rubbing alcohol and you all can see the top of the soap up close. Alrighty, here is what our Save the Sea Turtles soap looks like up close. Look at them. They look like they're taking off towards the water. And then of course we have all of the seashells on there. We used a seashell mold from Amazon, so there's lots of different shapes and sizes. I'm so proud of this one. It looks so good. Well, I am going to be really interested to see how this looks once it's all cut up and we can look at the individual bars. And we will do so in 24 hours after this quick commercial break. Okay, so we are back the next day to cut the Save the Sea Turtle soap. Honestly, I think I like it even more the next day because the piping has turned the perfect sand color and all of that very wet mica drizzle has now dried, so it looks really like kind of creamy almost. I'm gonna turn this on its side. Gonna line this up perfectly for all the bars. And I'm gonna press down very gently. We want this to cut very slowly and smoothly, hopefully having less drag marks because we're going really slow. It's probably gonna take me 15 seconds to cut this one loaf. I'm gonna pull this one out from the middle. This is what it looks like on the inside. So you see we've got this beautiful blue and green and turquoise swirl, and then we have the sandy color on top with glitter of 2 different types. You got the little sea turtle up there, and then on the other side you have the seashells. And I love that you can really see that sea turtle poking out now that I have it cut. It was a little harder to see it in loaf form, but you can definitely see it now that it's all chopped up. The fragrance for this is absolutely incredible. Oh, they're just so cute. Oh man, sea turtles. I just love them. When Caleb and I went to Hawaii, we tried to look for sea turtles in the ocean. I'm sure it was not the right time of year for them to be there, but I kept telling Caleb, look for a sea turtle. I really just want to see a sea turtle. And honestly, I liked this design so much. I tried to fit it in earlier this year because this design, I'm pretty sure, was sent to me in the December-January time, so I was trying to figure out a way to work it in, but I held off and put it in my birthday month because I like it that much. Anyway, I hope you really love this design, Brandy. It was so much fun to make and the smell is great. You did such a good job designing it. And the question of the day is, in Finding Nemo, who is your favorite character? So I know that this is not traditional at all, but one of my favorite characters, I probably could narrow it down to just one, but one of my favorite characters is Bruce the shark. I think he is so funny. I also really like the pelican that helps the fish by carrying them in his mouth. So this isn't one that you can vote on in the upper right hand corner. You have to let me know down in the comments below and tell me why. Tell me why they're your favorite character. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much, Brandy, for sharing your heart with me and sending in this beautiful design. I'm glad I was finally able to do this. I know you sent this in a while ago, but I was finally able to do it and include it as part of my birthday month. This soap will be available to purchase on July 1st at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you aren't following us on Instagram, we have, you know, kind of like 3. We have one for Kenny, one for me, and one for Royalty Soaps. Kenny's is kind of nerdy, kind of anime, kind of drawing, kind of Japanese. Mine is kids, family, vacation, pretty photos that Caleb takes. And Royalty Soaps is new product updates and pretty shots of pretty soap. If you're interested in having me turn one of your designs into soap, you can mail it to us at the P.O. box listed below. Very soon I'm gonna open an email only for fan designs because a lot of you guys are saying you can't mail them in. So I'm working on setting that up. Should be set up by next month. So until next time, I hope you all have an absolutely royal day. Do something that makes you happy, like educating yourself and learning more about conservation efforts around our planet. Taking little bitty steps make a big difference. So even something as simple as ditching the plastic straw and using a stainless steel one is a super step in the right direction. Or maybe even watching Blue Planet with your favorite person. It is one of my favorite documentary series. The BBC put it out. It is stunning. The visual imagery is it just can't be beat. Caleb and I love to watch that show. Either way, do something that makes you guys happy, and I will see you guys really, really soon. So until then, bye for now. Meow.